ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Mamas. I'm Amajal Knowles with your Saturday Sports. Topping tonight's sportscast, another elite performance by Bahamian track and field superstar Shani Miller. Miller showing why she's one of the best sprinters in the world, outclassing her rivals in the stacked field in the women's 200-meter final, the Mueller Grand Prix in Birmingham. Reigning world champion Daphne Shippers was marginally in front, having overtaken European gold medalist Dina Asher-Smith. But Miller rebounded down the stretch, utilizing those long legs to surge ahead and finish in a time of 22.15 seconds, which is a meet record she now shares with the aforementioned Dina Asher-Smith, who finished in second with a time of 22.31. Daphne Shippers finished in third with a time of 22.41. It has now been a full calendar year since Miller has lost a race, the most recent blemish being a third-place finish in the IAAF Championships in London last year. This was the last stop on the IAAF Diamond League circuit before finals night in Zurich and Brussels at the end of the month.
Action perennial college basketball powerhouse, the North Carolina Tar Heels, in action at the Summer of Thunder last night at the Gendel Geologics Gymnasium. The Blue Blood program matching up with the Bahamas All-Stars, the Tar Heels controlling the game from start to finish, securing the win 112-91. We caught up with head coach Roy Williams after the game.
Oh, we did some good things. We played 16 guys, tried to get them up and down, but you could tell we haven't played any game. We've only had 4 practices, so a little sloppy, but we've got a chance to be pretty good.
The Hall of Fame play caller also giving some praise to the Bahamian players.
Oh, they do a nice job. They only had 8 players. We had so many more players, they got a little worn down at the end.
Williams also not being shy about the level of intensity he coached the game with, despite it being an exhibition game.
I think I was intense when I was born. It's always been that way. Thank you.
Play continues today at the Gendel Geologics Gymnasium. Former powerlifter Bob Brown offering some very high praise to a pair of up-and-coming powerlifters as they get ready for the national championships next month.
But these are 2 up-and-coming athletes, powerlifters, that is going to set the pace for powerlifters in the Bahamas for the 21st century. And by the way, we had powerlifters who have never bench pressed 700 pounds, 800 pounds, squat 8, 9, almost 1,000 pounds. You're going to see that for this 21st century powerlifting. It's coming from the barbarian himself, George Clark. I'm also personally training him along with Taza and some other powerlifters, and they're going to be ready come September.
As for the barbarian George Clark, he offered these few words for his competition.
No prisoners. I come in to devour all my opponents, respectfully, but I come in to get them.
As for female powerlifter Tanza Thompson, she tells us how long she has been training.
Actually, I've just been powerlifting for about 3 months now. My training is a bit intense, but I know I need it. It's necessary for upcoming competition. I've never competed before, but it's something I'm looking forward to.
Now, as it is somewhat of a rarity for females, how she got into the sport.
I actually started off bodybuilding, and as strength increased, someone told me, it'll be good for me to power lift. So I eventually got into it.
And with the playoff push right around the corner, the New Providence Softball Association teams are gearing up for the stretch run for the Johnson Lady Truckers, who have 2 losses on the season. They're using these last few weeks to fine-tune some issues. Coach Mario Ford.
Pretty good. We were in lost 2 games so far, 1 to the Wildcats and 1 to the Lady Sharks. That's Stephen Beneby team, which is a pretty good young team. Both of those teams are very good. They play good, solid defense, and they fundamentally sound. So what we need to do now, we're working on our weakness and try to strengthen up our defense a little more. We know the offense is going to come around, but once we have that good defense, we have the pitching to contain them. So we just need to build up a lead and hold it from there, and then we could do the things we need to do in the game.
Ford on if he actually thinks his team has a shot at the big prize.
Most definitely, we're going to make the playoffs now. We're going to have to take it 1 game at a time. We're going to move from playoffs into whatever we need to do, and then we'll take it from there. And we make it to the championship. Then we'll have to do what we need into the game and put everything into the aspects of playing the game, and we can move forward from there.
He does add that these glaring holes may make that difficult.
Basically, our shortstop is gone. We have a sister can fill that void for us. One of our pitchers is going to be gone, and 2 of the Rose sisters. We have persons who can fill those spots in for us, but do what they need to do. So basically, we're in pretty good shape.
Play continues tonight at the Bankers Field.
And that will do it for Sports Saturday. Stay tuned. Tonight's weather forecast is up next.